Hey, what's up, everybody? Alec Hansen, video 88, another interview, but this time we took a different angle. I have two young guns. These incredible guys are newish in the business and doing great things. And I thought, hey, let's bring them on. Let's get some millennials on the show. Let's not this fake one up here. And so, without any further ado, let me introduce Michael B. Stowers and Troy Rogers. All right, everybody. Here we are. Back again. I got the young guns on, the young bucks, the stallions changing the world. And this is a really cool interview because in chatting with these guys and working with these guys for the past couple of years, it's great to bring on what I would consider and what you're probably going to consider a newer LO. You know, guys in the industry, younger, millennials. And we'll talk about social media and all that stuff too in a minute. But this is Michael B. Stowers, Troy Rogers. Welcome, guys. So,
hey,
who's going to beat the other guy this year in production? That's all. That's the first question we have to know.
That's going to be me. It's close. It's going to be close.
So Michael, you're on your second full year as an LO. Is that right?
That's wrong. Yep.
And then Troy, fourth year as an LO.
Yep.
And you're both, but racing to crest. You'll both probably fund over a little over 30 million this year. Is that right?
Yeah, that's plan.
Dude, that's awesome, guys. That's awesome. There's hope for the next generation. Actually doing this stuff. So I want to give you guys a couple seconds to introduce yourselves, kind of how you got in the field. And then I got some great questions I want to ask you guys because I think you have a lot to share from your perspective. So Michael, give us a couple sentences about you, man.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Michael B. Stowers. I've been in the industry for 29 years. I was basically born into it. My dad is my ranch manager and my uncle is his boss. And I started out as a real estate agent when I was 18 and then got in the loan industry. I've been doing it all together for about 3 years and then been doing an LO for 2 years now.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm Troy Rogers. He was the born and bred. I'm the person that fell into it. So it was a complete accident. I ended up in the business. Had my father-in-law introduce me to his dad, Mike Stowers, the manager now, and just stumbled into it. Now 4 years later, here we are.
So, Troy, you said something cool when we were chatting before. This was your first year with an actual database you could use.
Right.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I want you to break this down. I mean, when you started, where'd you get your business? How did you develop? How did you come into this world? What did you do?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that one.
I know how you came in the world. The world of mortgage.
Yeah. So I mean, came in, started as an assistant, production assistant. Kind of learned the ropes with that, got licensed doing that, worked on a few teams, kind of got just experience learning the ropes with how to actually run a loan, how to get this thing done.
Nice.
Went from that, saw the loan officers making the money and jumped in, wanted to make the money myself. But I was scared to death of what I had actually done to myself. So really, I was terrified of agents, terrified of anybody that had any experience. I was brand new, I had no idea what I was doing. The easiest thing for me was to call people that were also brand new and terrified.
Yes.
So my first step is I looked up a bunch of agents, started calling agents that were younger, close to my age, in their mid-20s, heading to their 30s, just getting started, doing maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 deals a year. So I figured no other loan officers calling these people. They want the help. I can't help much, but I know more than they do maybe because I've still been in the business a couple of years. So I went after a handful of those people and it's actually worked out really well. They stayed really loyal because I was there when nobody else wanted to talk to them.
Yes.
Managed to work with them for several of them. I worked with for 3.5 years, 3 years close to now. And one of them in particular, he was working part-time at a bar and then real estate on the side. He did like 2 deals, maybe 3 deals that first year. He's going to close 15 to 20 this year. So just stuck with them and it's definitely paid off.
So Troy, I love that story and I want everyone to hear it because, we all have our own path towards success and it's not going to look like anybody else's path. And if you take one thing from this whole conversation today with these guys, like this is a great example of one path. I have a similar path, right? Troy, we've talked about it. Massively insecure, tons of call reluctance, and I had to figure out how to navigate that in a sales world to survive, or else I should go do something else. And what you did though, going after young agents, new agents to the business, building a relationship that now 3-4 years later, you've watched some guys go from part-time to full-time and like, they're your partners now. Like, where are they going to go? You both kind of came through it together.
Well, even that, one of them, I'm actually going to Cozumel later this week with one of them. I'm friends. We vacation with them now.
Became friends now, dude.
Yeah.
Killer story. Okay, so Michael, what's your path like?
Yeah, so for me, I really like prospecting. I really like reaching out to people. I don't think I have that. I like to lose. And I really just want to help people. My biggest thing is really the mindset. I really believe when I'm calling someone that there's value that I can offer them. So, for me, going after real estate agents, being super, super aggressively persistent because, I'm showing them how I'm going to be following up with their client. There's a joke with an agent, hopefully he's watching this. It took me a year of calling him seriously every other week and me just making jokes like, hey man, I know I'm probably bothering you, but this is exactly how I'm going to follow up with your clients. Like, I want you to know I'm really intentional about, growing our relationship together. And I think a lot of real estate agents hit home with that. And I think a lot of loan officers really just give up after those 1 to 2 to 3 calls. But honestly, you have to just be consistent. Like, we didn't have, any relationship. You have to take them on 5 to 6 dates before, being in a really true relationship. And I look at it the same way when you're trying to work with partners, real estate agents, financial planners, and CPAs.
So back this up a little bit too, because it's almost like you got two sides of the coin here. You've got Troy who's going after new agents, hey, we're on the journey together. I don't know much, but I know more than you, and we should help each other. And then you've got Michael who's just pounding the top agents and established agents saying like, hey, work with me on this. So Michael, what are some of your call scripts? I mean, because I could never call anybody. So I'm learning here. Like, what would you say to these people? I like the one, this is how I'll treat your clients. That's good.
Yeah.
But what else would you say? Like a first time cold call.
Yeah, I love your story, Alex. So there's agents that hold open houses, right? And their numbers, right? So you'll go to those open houses consistently, right? Just keep showing up. Like my dad taught me this growing up. He's like, just show up, right? Be professional. And when I'm reaching out to them after I meet with them in person, all I'm trying to do is get an opportunity to sit down with them for 10 minutes, learn more about their business. Because honestly, even if I don't do a deal with them, there's a lot of value that a top producer can give me just as a newer, salesperson. And I really try to hit home with that is like, hey, I'd love just to pick your brain. If we work together or not, it's not a big deal, but I'd love to see what drives you, what motivates you, what do you really value? And as I'm trying to aspire to get to that level, what are some things I need to look out for? What are some things I need to work on more? And really, I don't ever talk about the loans, is in a nutshell.
I mean, that's the perfect piece of advice, right? So everybody who's like, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? Just nothing about loans. You're not selling anything. You're making relationships. You're learning, keeping your eyes open. And that to me is the best lesson we can teach any new originator is go in with eyes wide open to learn. Don't go in. Like I watched a loan officer walk into an open house when I was there and literally asked the agent, why aren't you working with me?
Aggressive.
I was so awkward. I was like, I'm awkward. I'm out of here. Like, terrible. All right. So let's pivot for a minute. Let's talk, since you guys are millennials, right? So how old are you guys? You can share. It's okay. How old?
29,
28.
Okay. So real millennials, not fake millennials. I think
age is an attitude. Age is an attitude.
I'm like 1 year on a millennial. I don't know what I am. So social media, digital marketing, video marketing, how is that integrated in your life, right? What do you use the tools with? Troy, we'll start with you. And obviously we can always be better, but functionally, like what are you using today? What video, what tools are you using to grow your business?
Yeah. So just talking about it with Michael, talking about the unit stuff, the things I like to talk that I don't use it enough. I don't do it right. But the point that it's made to me is I actually do it organically. It's natural for me to go and just friend everybody, follow everybody, clients, agents, just be there. At least I'm spying on them. I'll jump in when they've got live stuff going on. I'll leave comments. I like their stuff. I just try not to be creepy on the ones I probably shouldn't like. I'm involved that way. And then the thing that I need to improve on is just be actively putting myself out there. The introvert thing, the going after the new agents, I don't like putting myself out there. My wife does that fantastic. If you ever want to know anything about me, look at her Facebook, not mine.
Yes.
So that's I'm going to work on that, trying to grow on that. But just being around, being present with them. When I make that phone call, I can work on my database this year. They know who I am, even if I did their loan 2 years ago, even if I didn't call them, just because they've seen me on Facebook. I like their stuff on Facebook. They see my name popping around.
So I want to hit that point, dude. That to me is the core of a digital and local relationship, right? That was exactly what we've been talking about. The ability to have your digital persona around them in a digital relationship with them. You might never talk to them or see them, and all of a sudden 1 year, 2 years go by, there's an opportunity. You're still in that headspace with them. They still know you. They still have engagement with you. I mean, it's way more impactful than your face on a surfacing statement, which is good too.
Right.
But like being in their life digitally, it makes such a big difference.
The other cool thing is I had a client last week reached out to me, wanting to ask me about refinancing. You helped me 2 years